In the heart of the Rocky Mountains, where the sky merges with the azure of lakes and the earth trembles with the underground breath of a volcano, Yellowstone Park is a unique preserve, a national park unlike any other in the United States. Here, where geysers pour out, spewing columns of water and steam into the sky, and hot springs paint the earth in a palette of inconceivable colors, a special atmosphere reigns. Ancient forests hold the secrets of the ages, and majestic bison, wolves, predatory wild lynx, graceful moose, and mischievous furry raccoons roam the emerald meadows. In Yellowstone Park, time flows according to its own laws, and every step along its trails is a journey into a world where man is only a guest in the kingdom of wildlife. Prepare for an unforgettable adventure of natural wonders, amazing legends, and breathtaking scenery. Discover Yellowstone, a place of inspiration and awe at the majesty of nature. We continue our journey through a unique reserve located in the Rocky Mountains, in the northwestern United States, in the state of Wyoming. And we'll continue it from the true wonder of Yellowstone, Mammoth Hot Springs. In Yellowstone National Park, where the earth breathes heat and geysers erupt into the sky, there's a place of special beauty, Mammoth Hot Springs. The Mammoth Hot Springs is a complex of terraces that stretches for 5 kilometers. The water in the springs contains a large number of minerals that give it a unique color. Interestingly, in some springs the water is so hot you could boil eggs in it. Mammoth Springs are a popular place for tourists. There are special trails that allow you to explore all the terraces safely and comfortably. However, you're advised to be careful on the terraces as they can be slippery. This area has a special atmosphere. Imagine snow-white terraces as if woven from shining travertine running down the hillside. Water flows from them, colored in delicate pastel tones from azure to peach. This is not just water, but a real elixir of life saturated with minerals. In Mammoth Hot Springs, there are no bubbling geysers, but there is a quiet, mesmerizing beauty. Water flowing down the terraces creates fanciful sculptures, as if sculpted by a skillful master. Here you can see delicate petals of calcite and graceful columns, as well as intricate pools. Each terrace is a work of art created by time and water. Some terraces, washed by hot water, change color like chameleons. Others, as they cool down, are covered with moss and greenery, creating a contrast with the white travertine. A walk along Mammoth Springs is a journey into a world of peace and quiet. Here you can wander along the terraces for hours, enjoying the fresh air, bird song, and murmuring water. Mammoth Springs is also home to many animals. Elk, deer, bison, and birds nesting in the willow thickets can be found here. If you want to see the wonder of Yellowstone, be sure to visit Mammoth Hot Springs. It's a place where the beauty of nature is revealed to its fullest, providing an unforgettable experience. In Yellowstone National Park, where nature works wonders, there is a place that mesmerizes with its power and beauty. Raith Falls. This waterfall is the true jewel of Yellowstone. Imagine a rushing torrent of water tumbling down from a height of 30 meters. The waters of the Yellowstone River rush through the canyon and fall over a ledge, creating a cascade of foam and spray. Raith Falls is more than just a waterfall. It's a symphony of the elements with a melody of falling water, echoed by the sound of thunder and accompanied by birdsong. The waterfall is surrounded by a lush forest, which serves as an emerald setting. In the sunlight, the splashes of the waterfall shimmer with all the colors of the rainbow, creating a unique spectacle. Depending on the time of year, Raith Falls changes its appearance. In spring, when the snow melts, it becomes full and turbulent. In summer, it is calmer but no less beautiful. And in the fall, its waters turn gold and purple. And of course, in winter, it turns into a frozen sculpture of ice. But at any time of year, Raith Falls remains the jewel of Yellowstone. Did you know that Raith Falls is named after Captain John Raith, who was one of the first explorers of Yellowstone Park? This waterfall is 30 meters high, making it the second largest waterfall in Yellowstone. Next to Raith Falls is an observation deck that offers a panoramic view of both the falls and the canyon. It's a great place to relax, but be careful on this platform as it can be slippery. Let us share some stories about this unique waterfall. The name Raith Falls is closely tied to the history of Yellowstone Park. The discoverers, amazed by the beauty and power of the falls, wanted to call it Yellowstone because of the yellow color of the rocks from which it falls. However, the river that feeds the falls already had that name. Eventually, the falls were named in honor of John Raith, one of Yellowstone's first explorers. In the 1970s, Raith Falls disappeared for a while. This was because the Yellowstone River, which feeds the falls, was dammed. It wasn't until several years later, after the dam was removed, that the waterfall regained its original appearance. Today, Raith Falls is one of the most popular destinations in Yellowstone Park. Hundreds of thousands of tourists visit every year. Here you can take beautiful photos, enjoy the majesty of nature, and just relax from the hustle and bustle. However, despite its beauty, Raith Falls can be dangerous. The waters of the Yellowstone River near the falls are very cold and fast. Therefore, swimming in the falls or going near the edge of the ledge is strictly forbidden. Raith is not just a beautiful waterfall. It's a symbol of Yellowstone Park, of its majesty and power. It reminds us how beautiful and fragile nature is, and how important it is to protect it. The famous waterfall has repeatedly become a source of inspiration for artists, poets, and photographers. Its image can be seen on paintings, postcards, calendars, and other souvenirs. There is a place in Yellowstone National Park where the beauty of nature is revealed in a special palette, Calcite Springs Overlook. It's an observation deck overlooking Calcite Springs. They refer to deposits of calcite, that is, the stone-like mineral. By nature, calcite is white or colorless. However, various impurities can color it in different colors. The effects are very interesting. That's what happens in the calcite deposits in Yellowstone. The minerals in these springs are colored differently. Nickel stains the calcite green, manganese stains it pink, and iron gives it a yellow or brown color. The name itself translates to panorama of calcite springs. The Calcite Springs Overlook is a place where the beauty of nature is revealed to its fullest, providing an unforgettable experience. Imagine a panorama woven from colorful patchwork. Gentle turquoise and azure shades of calcite springs, emerald meadows fringed with golden forests, and in the distance, snow-white mountain tops. This is Calcite Springs Overlook, a lookout point that provides an unforgettable experience. Here at an altitude of 2,134 meters above sea level is a valley where thermal activity works wonders. Hot springs saturated with minerals paint the earth in inconceivable colors. Azure lakes are replaced by turquoise rivers, and emerald islands neighbor with peach shores. There are patterns in this palette of colors. Turquoise is a credit to calcium, azure to copper, and peach is the result of mercury. Calcite Springs Overlook is more than just an observation deck. It's a place where you can wander the thermal terraces for hours, breathing in the fresh mountain air and enjoying the bird song. Also, Calcite Springs Overlook is home to many animals. Elk, deer, bison, and birds can be found nesting in the willow thickets. Calcite Springs Overlook is located in the western part of Yellowstone National Park. It's easily accessible by road. Calcite Springs Overlook features an observation deck with information booths. The best time to visit Calcite Springs Overlook is in the morning or evening when the sun is not as active. Calcite Springs Overlook is a place where the beauty of nature is revealed to its fullest, providing an unforgettable experience. In Yellowstone National Park, where the earth breathes heat and geysers strive for the sky, there's a place where the beauty of nature merges with art. This is Artist Point, an observation deck named after the artists who captured the beauty of the area in the 19th century. Imagine a panorama woven of light and shadows, a deep canyon cut by the Yellowstone River, gorges running off into the distance, and in the distance, the smoking peaks of volcanoes. Standing on the edge of the canyon, you feel both small and great at the same time. Small in front of the greatness of nature, and great because you were given the opportunity to view this beauty. At Artist Point, there is something for everyone. For the artist, inspiration. For a photographer, unique shots. For the traveler, a sense of peace and grandeur. Artist Point Lookout is located in the south of Yellowstone National Park in the Grand Canyon. That is, in a deep river valley with very steep slopes and a narrow bottom. This valley is occupied by a riverbed. The Grand Canyon of the Yellowstone is more than just a canyon. It's 24 kilometers of beauty, grandeur, and history cut through by the Yellowstone River. Imagine deep gorges reaching 300 meters and colorful rocks as if painted by a skilled artist. In the canyon, you can see layers of lava, ash, and sedimentary rocks that date back millions of years. The Grand Canyon of Yellowstone is home to many animals, including elk, bison, deer, bear, and many birds. The canyon was formed by erosion caused by the Yellowstone River and is one of the most popular tourist destinations in Yellowstone National Park. It has several observation decks that offer panoramic views. For nature lovers, there are several hiking trails within the canyon. Traveling through the canyon gives you an opportunity to see unique waterfalls, which strike your imagination with their power. The Grand Canyon of Yellowstone, which stretches 32 kilometers along the Yellowstone River, is the largest and most impressive canyon in the park. Here are some of the sights that can be seen in this remarkable canyon. Lower Falls, the tallest and most powerful waterfall in the park, falling from a height of 94 meters. It creates a great noise and spray that can be seen from far away and offers stunning views of the canyon and its scenery. Upper Falls is the second largest waterfall in the park, falling from a height of 33 meters. It's a little upstream of the lower falls and also makes for a spectacular sight. From it, you can see the Yellowstone River entering the canyon. Artist Point is one of the most popular and photogenic viewpoints in the park and is located on the south side of the canyon. It offers a panoramic view of Lower Falls and the canyon with its colorful walls. This spot is named in honor of artist Thomas Moran, who painted a famous picture of the canyon back in 1872. Crow's Nest is another great vantage point located on the north bank of the canyon. From it, you can see both waterfalls and the canyon with its winding channel. This spot is named in honor of Chief Crow, who visited the canyon in 1875 and was struck by its beauty. Inspiration Point is another great vantage that sits on the north side of the canyon. From it, you can see the canyon in its full length and width, as well as the waterfalls and the river. This spot is named in honor of the fact that it inspires many park visitors with its scenic beauty and grandeur. Yellowstone Grand Canyon is where the beauty of nature comes to its fullest, providing an unforgettable experience. We are transitioning on our journey to one of the most popular hiking trails within Yellowstone National Park. Uncle Tom's Trail is a 5.6 kilometer long loop trail that descends into Yellowstone Grand Canyon. The trail is named after Tom Salter, who was one of the first black settlers in the Yellowstone area. Salter was known for his hunting and fishing skills, as well as his knowledge of local nature. The trail is very steep and requires a certain amount of courage from hikers to go up or down it. However, there are those daring types who are ready for such an adventure and one unforgettable experience. The trail passes through the Valley of Geysers, where you can see many geysers, hot springs, mud pots, and other geothermal formations. The trail offers a beautiful view of Yellowstone Lake, the largest lake in the park. From there, you can also see one of the most famous geysers in the world, which erupts every 90 to 120 minutes, Old Maid Geyser. A geyser called Castle is also visible from the trail. It's a fountain with a cone-shaped crater that erupts every 10 to 15 minutes. One of the largest mud pots in Yellowstone Park is called the Big Cauldron, and it's also accessible from this trail. Finally, the largest lake in the park can be viewed from there. Uncle Tom's Trail is suitable for people of all fitness levels, but keep in mind it's quite steep. On the way down and up the trail, you'll have to overcome an altitude difference of about 300 meters. And you should be especially careful on the steeper parts of that trail. Uncle Tom's Trail is an unforgettable journey into the heart of Yellowstone's Grand Canyon. It's a trail that will surely satisfy all nature lovers. The next attraction that presents itself is the Upper Falls Shore. This is where you can see nature's grand creation, Yellowstone's Upper Falls. Imagine a waterfall plummeting from a height of 89 meters and crashing into the canyon. A dazzling rainbow shining in the spray of the falls, and the power of the natural element, which is both mesmerizing and overwhelming. The shore of the Upper Falls is not just a viewing platform. It's a place where you can walk along the trail that leads to the falls and enjoy the fresh air and scent of pine needles. Take photos so that you have a reminder of this majesty of nature and what you've experienced, to feel at one with something bigger than yourself. Did you know that Upper Yellowstone Falls is the tallest waterfall inside Yellowstone National Park? It's located at the southern end of the canyon and can be reached by road or by hiking the South Rim Trail. There is an observation deck on the bank of the waterfall that offers views of the surrounding area. It is equipped with all amenities, and there are restrooms nearby. There are hiking trails that allow you to explore the Upper Falls shoreline, including the Upper Geyser Basin Trail. This one passes by several geysers and hot springs before leading you to the Upper Falls Lookout. The South Rim Trail. This trail runs along the edge of the canyon, offering spectacular views of the falls and the canyon. In the vicinity of the Upper Falls shoreline area, take in Artist Point Lookout, located near the Upper Falls shore and offering panoramic views of the canyon. Another lookout, Grandview Point, is located a little farther along the South Rim Trail and offers even more spectacular views of the canyon. Uncle Tom's Steep Trail leads to the very bottom of the canyon, where you can see the falls from ground level. The shore of Upper Falls is where the beauty of nature is fully revealed, providing an unforgettable experience. Imagine a place where the power of nature merges with enchanting beauty. This is the Lower Falls shore in Yellowstone Grand Canyon, a place where the elements dance their mesmerizing dance. From a height of 94 meters, Yellowstone's Lower Falls tumbles down the canyon, creating a grand spectacle. The water avalanche avalanche falls with a thunderous crash, shaking the ground and creating a rainbow in the spray. Standing on the observation deck, you can't help but feel the awe of the majesty of nature. The power of the falling water is mesmerizing, and the beauty of the landscape is overwhelming. Lower Yellowstone Falls is the second highest waterfall in Yellowstone National Park. It's located at the southern end of the canyon. The shore of the lower falls is where the beauty of nature comes to its fullest, providing an unforgettable experience. The Lower Falls shore is a popular destination for visitors to Yellowstone National Park. It's a great place to see Lower Falls and enjoy the beauty of Yellowstone's Grand Canyon. At the southern end of the Grand Canyon in Yellowstone, there's a place where the beauty of nature is on full display. It's Point Sublime. Point Sublime in Yellowstone National Park is a high-elevation viewpoint located on the south side of the Grand Canyon of the Yellowstone River. To reach Point Sublime, hike 1 mile on a trail along the south rim of the canyon. Spectacular views await you along the way, with a few brief but steep climbs around Inspiration Point on the opposite side of the canyon. This route is considered moderately difficult and usually takes about 1 hour and 8 minutes to complete. It's very popular with hikers, so you're most likely to meet other people along your journey. The best time to visit this trail is from May through October, and please note that dogs are not allowed on this trail. Point Sublime provides unique views that cannot be seen from a car. This spot is a true gem in Yellowstone National Park and well worth a visit for the gorgeous canyon views. Imagine a 180-degree panorama, a deep canyon carved by the Yellowstone River, gorges running off into the distance, along with the smoking peaks of volcanoes. The sun's rays play on the colorful rocks, creating a unique play of light and shadows. The feeling of the greatness of nature fills your soul with awe and reverence. Point Sublime is not just a viewing platform. It's a place where you can spend hours admiring the mesmerizing scenery and taking photos that will help remind you of the majesty and perfection of nature you experienced. The name Point Sublime speaks for itself. It's the place where heaven meets earth and man meets the perfection of nature. Point Sublime is acceptable by road. There are information boards at the observation deck, and the best time to visit is in the morning or evening when the sun is not so active. Point Sublime is a place where the beauty of nature is revealed to its fullest, providing an unforgettable experience. Yellowstone National Park has a secluded corner where peace and quiet reigns. The Pelican Creek Nature Trail. The Pelican Creek Trail is named for the abundance of pelicans that inhabit the Pelican River Valley. These large waterfowl with massive beaks and pouches under their throats are often seen here, especially during summer. Pelicans are not the only feathered inhabitants of the valley. You'll also see heron, ducks, geese, various songbirds, and other birds of prey. The name Pelican Creek well reflects the beauty and wildlife of this place. There are various accounts of how Pelican Creek got its name. Perhaps there were lots of pelicans in the valley in the past, and this became its distinctive feature. The name also might be connected to the peculiar attributes of the Pelican River, such as its winding channel or the abundance of fish that attract pelicans. Whatever the exact reason, the name Pelican Creek has come to symbolize this scenic trail through the heart of Yellowstone National Park. Winding for 1.5 kilometers, it takes you through the scenic Pelican River Valley, where you'll walk under the shade of mighty pines whose dense cover creates a feeling of comfort and protection. You'll also encounter Yellowstone's wildlife, elk gracefully gliding across the meadows, deer cautiously making their way through the thickets, bison grazing majestically on the slopes, and perhaps even bears whose mighty silhouette glimmers in the distance. The Pelican Trail is also a bird watcher's dream. Pelicans soaring majestically over the river, heron gracefully frozen on the shoals, ducks frolicking in the river pools, and many other feathered creatures decorating the sky with their bright feathers. Let's tell you more about the heroes of the Pelican Trail, the pelicans that populate Yellowstone Park. Pelicans are among the most majestic and amusing representatives of Yellowstone. These large waterfowl with massive beaks and pouches under their throats are often seen here, especially during the summer months. Let's introduce you to these fascinating fowl. Pelicans are skillful fishermen. They can dive for fish up to 10 meters deep and swallow up to 3 kilograms of fish at a time. Can you imagine how swollen a bird's belly would be from such a hearty meal? Pelicans are caring parents. They build nests of twigs and grass right on the ground or in trees, and both parents take turns incubating the eggs and caring for the chicks. Pelicans are very social birds. They often gather in large colonies where they swim, dive, and fish together. Pelicans are not adverse to eating carrion. They often follow fishermen to pick up leftover fish. Pelicans are very curious birds. They can swim very close to people just to get a closer look. Pelicans often fight amongst themselves over fish. The brawlers may use their beaks and wings to strike each other. Pelicans are an important part of Yellowstone's ecosystem. They help control the fish population and are also food for other animals such as bears and eagles. Pelicans are a true symbol of Yellowstone. Their images can be seen on souvenirs, postcards, and t-shirts. Finally, pelicans are simply beautiful birds. Their large wings, massive beaks, and pouches under their throats make them some of the most recognizable birds in the world. If you are lucky enough to see pelicans in Yellowstone, be sure to observe these birds. They can be very interesting. Pelicans are not only majestic, but they are also very funny birds. There are lots of funny stories about them throughout Yellowstone Park. One time, a pelican stole a cap from a tourist. The tourist, not amused, threw a sandwich at the pelican. The pelican, not thinking very long, threw the cap back and flew away with the sandwich. A group of pelicans decided they liked a favorite place for swimmers. Tourists, having decided to swim when in the water, the pelicans, displeased they were being disturbed, began to pinch and throw their beaks at people. The tourists had to leave. A pelican swam up to a group of tourists and begged for food. The tourists gave him a fish. The pelican ate the fish and begged for more. The tourists decided to make a joke and threw him an empty chip bag. The pelican, not thinking long, swallowed the bag. And then there's this story about a hapless pelican stuck in a garbage can. Tourists, hearing the noise, came to the scene and saw the pelican, which tried to get out. They had to help the pelican get out of the garbage can. These stories are just a few that can be told about Yellowstone's funny pelicans. These birds are always ready to surprise and amuse people with their antics. If you're lucky enough to see pelicans in Yellowstone, be sure to take your time to enjoy them. They can give you many unforgettable moments. The Pelican Creek Trail is more than just a walk. It's an opportunity. Immerse yourself in the world of wildlife. Learn about Yellowstone's flora and fauna, and see for yourself the beating heart of this unique place. Learn about the geologic history of the valley, how these landscapes were formed millions of years ago, and what secrets these rocks and rivers hold. Take photos that will help remind you of your unforgettable journey into the world of wildlife. Enjoy the fresh air, bird song, the murmuring of the river, the rustling of leaves, everything that nature gives us. The trail is suitable for people with different levels of fitness. It is mostly flat and has no steep climbs, so everyone can walk along and enjoy its beauty. The Pelican Creek Nature Trail is the key to the heart of Yellowstone. Open it, and you'll always remember this journey. Yellowstone National Park is home to the West Tam Geyser Basin, an oasis of boiling water and bubbling colors. Imagine a panorama woven of contrasts, bright geysers spewing columns of water and steam, seemingly competing with each other in height and colorfulness. Crimson and turquoise thermal springs shimmer as if an artist had poured colors on a palette. Mud cauldrons bubbling and gurgling like a witch doctor's potion, emerald pools that reflect the sky. West Tam Basin is more than just a geothermal wonder. It's a place where history comes alive. Ancient volcanic processes created this unique landscape. Microorganisms stain the springs with unique colors. Geologic activity is constantly changing the face of this place. A walk through West Tam Basin is a journey into a world where beauty and science come together. The West Tam Geyser Basin is a wonder to behold with your own eyes. West Tam Basin is home to more than 50 geysers. The highest fountain in the basin is West Tam, its eruption height reaching 120 meters, the height of a 40-story building. The color of the thermal springs is determined by the microorganisms that live in them. The West Tam Basin is one of the most acidic places on Earth. In 1903, West Tam Basin had a massive geyser explosion that destroyed cabins and injured several people. There are some interesting stories associated with the West Tam Basin. Native Americans are said to have used the basin's thermal springs to treat wounds. In the 19th century, sulfur was mined in the West Tam Basin. In the 20th century, a hotel for tourists was built there, but it was destroyed due to geothermal activity. West Tam Geyser Basin is a place where science and history come together to create a unique atmosphere of mystery and wonder. In addition to the above, West Tam Basin is home to mud pots that gurgle, mesmerizing the viewer. There are beautiful emerald pools that reflect the sky. West Tam Geyser Basin is a place that is definitely worth seeing with your own eyes. In Yellowstone National Park, travelers often gather simply to admire a beautiful sunset. A sunset in Yellowstone is not just a natural phenomenon. It is so beautiful that it's unforgettable and will captivate you for years to come. Imagine the sun slanting towards the horizon, coloring the sky in unique hues, from fiery reds and scarlet to soft pink and gold. The clouds floating across the sky are like brushstrokes on an artist's canvas. Volcanic valleys flooded with golden light, and geysers spewing columns of water and steam seem even more ghostly in the light of the setting sun. Herds of bison gracefully gliding through meadows, painted in purple. The silence, broken only by bird song and the babbling of the river, envelops you in its peaceful blanket. A Yellowstone sunset is an unforgettable sight that will stay in your memory forever. After admiring that beautiful Yellowstone sunset, it's worth considering where to go for an overnight stay. There are many options for overnight accommodations in the park. Yellowstone has cabins, ranches, and campgrounds for a comfortable overnight stay. By booking lodging in advance, you can stay there for the entire duration of your excursion. However, those who prefer urban comfort can stay for a few days in some of the nearby towns that surround the park. Like West Yellowstone, Montana. Located 2 kilometers from the western entrance to Yellowstone National Park, it's a small town that is completely tourist-oriented. There are many hotels, motels, restaurants, and stores. Gardner, Montana is also a great place to visit. This town is located 50 kilometers from the northern entrance to Yellowstone Park. It's a small town that is known for its scenic views and thermal springs. It has a fairly well-developed infrastructure and plenty of places to stay. Cook City, Montana is located 56 kilometers from the northeast entrance to Yellowstone National Park. This lovely little town is known for its fishing and hunting opportunities. There are several hotels, motels, and restaurants here. Cody, Wyoming is 89 kilometers from the eastern entrance to Yellowstone National Park. It's a larger city, larger than West Yellowstone, Gardner, or Cook City. It has many hotels for vacation and lodging, stores, and museums. Red Lodge, Montana is located 88 kilometers from the southeast entrance to Yellowstone. It's a small town that's known for its scenic views and hiking opportunities with everything you need for a vacation. These places will give travelers the opportunity not only to rest in comfort, but also to explore these towns and their sights and get a feel for the atmosphere of the state of Wyoming. After resting and exploring nearby towns, you may return to the park to continue your tour. Yellowstone is more than just a park. It is the cradle of nature, where geysers originate and thermal springs rush to the sky. It's the home of wildlife, where bison graze in meadows and bears roam the forests. It's a place where you can see the beauty and majesty of nature, feel its power and strength, and connect with something bigger than yourself. When you visit Yellowstone, you'll discover a new world full of wonders and mysteries, and you will take with you unforgettable impressions and memories that will warm your heart for years to come. Yellowstone is a must-see destination. Here, on this land where fire and water, beauty and danger, history and the future come together, you can touch the mystery of life and feel the heartbeat of our planet.